All right, so we're back here. Got another episode rolling, guys.
Yes,
Doing
indeed.
another one. Dixie Doggers podcast coming to you right downtown at the Dog Pound, out here at the shed by the house. We are not at the studio. We actually have a studio full-fledged, just nice as can be, and for some reason we still choose to do it right here where we started out, and it's awesome. And so we've been turning out a lot of stuff, and we're getting a diverse group of guys on here. Man, we're getting some of the best guests in the world. I mean, all over. And tonight we have a guest with us. He's from Hawaii, and his Instagram handle is Bait Up Hawaii. So some of you people out there, I watch him all the time on there. So without further ado, introduce yourself and tell them who you are, where you live, and what all you do with your dogs, and or what you hunt and all that stuff.
Okay, how's it, guys? My name is Makani Black. I'm the owner of Bait Up Hawaii. I live in a small town called Kapa'au on the north side of the Big Island of Hawaii. And I've been doing pig hunting ever since I can remember, mainly with dogs. Yeah. And I really don't... I used to have a favored type of dog hunting, mainly baying dogs. But now that I'm getting older, I don't have the help to just deal with baying dogs and the pigs. So I got a little bit more rough barking dogs.
Okay.
Now.
So now do you tie hogs more? Y'all keep them alive, or do y'all dispatch them?
No, we do a lot of castrating here. We bar them.
Yeah.
The Hawaiian word for that would be lahole.
Lahole. Okay. Yeah, that's I think Keoki had told us about that too, because I thought he was messing with me. Yeah, he tells me shit all the time, and I'm like, I don't think that's right, Keoki. He's like, yeah, that's it, and he starts laughing, and I'm like, no, I know you full of it.
so far, Keoki sounds like an honest guy.
He really is. He's the guy that I love to not like sometimes, and it's the same thing with him, because like 300 days a year, he probably don't like me. But then them 65 days, like, we're cool, Now, we hunt together. We get together whenever we can. Man, we do a contest called the Shankathon. And it's, the weigh-in is virtual. So you can do it. You can weigh your hog in the woods. In the woods, you can do it all on video. You can do the whole 9 yards, and you don't actually have to show up. But anyway, Keoki, he came and cooked. And he cooked, what was it? Like, he cooked a chicken and rice dish.
Yes, it was.
And I'm telling you,
some kind of Hawaiian chicken or something.
Yeah, it was a Hawaiian
so
chicken. Everybody,
I couldn't tell you what it was.
Dude, everybody just demolished it. And I think that's the only reason people are going to come this year is so we got to get him to cook for us. So we know the guys from Hawaii, they like to laugh, hunt, have a good time, and like to cook and eat.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that,
they do.
That's
all right in my book.
Yeah. I'm Hawaiian, just from Alabama.
Yeah,
I got a weird accent. So, okay, you said you went to the more rougher dogs. See, a lot of us are going the opposite direction now. Like, I had rough dogs for years and years, and now we're going back to more of a bay dog. I don't know what the difference is really. Why it would be, but we, like I said, you don't have as much help. We got plenty of help. We all, we got a group that goes. And so I could see where you're getting at with that.
Yeah, well, my circle is super small. I usually just take my daughter, go hunt. And then my other partner, he has kids, so we go. But for most, and also the other part is where I live now has more brush.
Yeah.
So it's kind of harder to get a hold of a pig if I only have barking dogs.
Yeah.
I can't throw a lasso over them, or you know what I mean, by myself.
No.
So
I don't know what and I'm not trying to be a smart aleck or nothing, but like when you say lasso, like
never done that a day in my life.
No, like some of the guys in Texas, I think the Florida guys, some of them they might lasso a little bit, but like we don't.
But they're typically cowboys as well.
Well, here in Alabama, we can't keep them alive. Like as soon as we catch them, that we got to dispatch them.
Yeah.
Is that by
that's by law? Yeah, that's by law.
Right.
We can't bar them. We can't bust the lahole on them at all.
Right.
See, I'm learning.
So
So what's the breed of dog? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
If we can rope them, we will, and castrate them. But yeah, like I said, it's too much brush. I can't throw a rope over their head, so I got rougher dogs to grab them for me.
Yeah. So do y'all put like marks on their ears and stuff
On
like
the pigs? Yeah.
Yeah, to kind of say this is, on your certain property you hunt, that's your pig, maybe mark them like that?
I just mark the ear to identify it's a bar.
Oh, okay. I got you. Because I know,
Yeah.
who was that talking the other day? They said, I think it was Pat.
Yeah.
He said in certain places in Texas, they still have a registry. You can take your mark down there and put that mark in a book.
And basically at the county
through
courthouse.
the county courthouse. And that way, if somebody else caught your hog, you could say, hey, that's my hog. Here's my mark. And
then what if that hog?
It's legal like that. I don't know. I've never dealt with it. I'm just saying that's kind of cool to.
Yeah. So we're
like
kind of opposite over here.
Yeah.
We're kind of. I mean, I guess it's like a brand. You make your brand a legal brand, right?
Yeah.
For your cattle.
Yeah.
But in my if for instance, wild pigs here are pests. So if somebody's pig with their earmark is in my farm tearing up all my potatoes or whatever,
it's gone.
You know what I mean? Costing me thousands of dollars.
Yes,
I could sue that guy, right?
Yeah, and I imagine it's the same thing out there. I'm just, I know for years and years it was like that in all the southern states. You could have your mark because hogs were a farm animal that ran free. Yeah. But like you said, it's also when they start causing damage. Like if my hog that's got my mark on it and I got it legal and all that shit, well, that's fine. But if it goes to your house and tears your field up and tears your fence up, well, either I got to pay you for that or you're gonna have to kill the hog. That's just how it's got to be. It don't matter if it's got a mark or not.
It's easier to just kill my hog, go for it.
Yeah, it's like and I get it, but like I said, it's just I find it was interesting that was still even going on.
Yeah,
in this day and time,
because I mean, when you think about it, like where we live used to be a pig farm. Where Uncle you lived used to be a pig farm. Down the road was a lot of pig farms, but all those ended by what, the 70s? 80s?
Yeah, I want to say it was the 80s. Was Joe Carroll's Joe Brody's. Yeah. All the guys' names were Joe something. It was like Joe Carroll, Joe Brody, and something. It was a bunch of brothers. All their first names was Joe. Yeah, it was. But all of them, they lived in the area that we live in, and like my family wound up buying most of their land because they all got older and passed away. Yeah. And so I thought it was kind of weird or kind of funny that we bought an old hog farm and we run hog dogs. So, but
that's how a lot of us are here.
Yeah. So
we hunt pigs and we got a little piggery or a pet pig to keep for the house.
That's it. We got a couple here. We got like a couple of the coon pigs?
Yeah, I believe so.
Or is that what they're called? Is that right? They're like a smaller pig. And then we've got a couple of Eurasian and wattle crosses. They and Spanish mulefoot. We've got some mulefoot pigs. Have you ever seen the mulefoot?
Never heard of it.
Okay, the mulefoot pig, like on a regular hog, how their hooves have a split in them. Okay, on these they don't have a split. It's a round trait, like a horse.
Wow.
Or like or like a mule. I mean, it looks just like a little.
A tiny horseshoe.
Yeah. All right. Well, I got a boar hog. How much do you think that boar hog weighs? 225 or so?
Easy.
At least. He's probably bigger than that. And literally, if you've seen his footprint, you would think he weighed 100 pounds.
They look like little clogs because they don't spread out like when they step. No. So it's just like one little point.
He looks like a fat guy wearing little bitty shoes.
Yeah, he really does.
That's crazy. That's funny.
I get some pictures of him and send you some pictures of their feet. It's pretty cool to see. Hey, man, you can make money doing that shit. Nowadays, you can send feet pics to people. They pay for that.
Feet finder.
Yeah. Sounds like he knows, huh? He knows where to get it.
I put on Instagram way too much.
That's it. So what breed of dog do you run?
I kind of favor my Belgian Malinois.
Really?
Yeah. my main dog right now, her
That's
her
cool.
mother is Belgian Malinois.
Mm-hmm.
Then the father is a Airedale hound.
Now, I can get with the Airedales. I've had a bunch of them.
Yeah,
And now we
they're-
still got some Airedale crosses. They're good dogs.
Yeah, they're tough. They're tough dogs.
I like the coarse hair on them, and they got a real real dense bone structure. They're really stout dogs. They can take
Yeah, they have a
the
good
physical
frame.
part.
Yeah, so yeah, my main dog,
Mhm.
she's a tough one. She's a firecracker.
But the
So I got
Belgians now, I've only been around a few of them that hunted, and I've never really hunted with one. So I'm kind of really curious on that. We're gonna have to talk some more on that part on the Belgians.
Yeah.
Like, do they bark on track? How's their nose? I mean, how rough are they?
Oh, in my opinion, every dog has a natural hunter in them, and you just got to turn on that switch for them.
Yeah.
And
Expose them.
I figured the military uses this dog.
Mm-hmm.
This dog get brains,
Mm-hmm.
fight, speed, agility, power. This dog has everything. Well, I don't want to say it has a better nose than a bloodhound or a curler, because I've seen my shepherds. I've seen pigs walk in front and they can't pick it up.
Listen, I've seen that with every kind of dog.
Yeah, it's
Like,
like
I
something
mean,
about like
like a real hot track, like dog. Like that's what I was saying when we first started talking. Rodney, you've been there. How many times we've seen a hog cross the road, and when we first started hunting together, we was gonna jump on it. Like let's get it. I was like, no, hold on, let's wait a minute. And Rodney knew what I was talking about. The younger guys wanted to do it real quick and was like, no, just wait. Let's drive down the road. Let's go do something else. Then we'll come back in 30 minutes to an hour. And then we come back, then we can run the hog. We can find him. But the dogs, even the cur dogs and the dogs with the hounds that we've had, now I'm sure everybody else out there, they probably got dogs way better than what I got. But our dogs, they don't want even a real hot track. Sometimes they can't even pick it up.
I feel like the track ain't truly settled. I feel like that scent,
something, yeah,
all the air
off.
is still stirred up around it.
Heat
I
and
don't know.
barometric pressure.
Yeah.
It's got a lot to do with it.
So, a lot of most of our dogs in Hawaii that are hunting dogs are mutts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really think anybody runs a purebred.
Yeah,
I can respect that. Mud enthusiast
I'm
myself.
going to say,
got 40 dogs and 30 of them mixed breeds.
yeah, we got a lot of mixed breeds, and that's what we call them. We call them crosses.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
instead of saying mutts, but now we got a dog outside named Mutt. And
came from Kyoto.
I was going to say, where do you think he came from? Kyoki.
So, and it's funny, like in Hawaii, mutt is kind of like the scrub dog. People will be like, oh, that dog's a mutt. Then they'll consider it like a scrub.
Mm-hmm.
Like
We call it cool.
not the best. Yeah, not the best dog.
Yeah, that's honestly, it's kind of the same way here, but it's weird because like you'll be talking to people and they'll spend all this money on these dogs, and then after they've hunted for a long time, they'll say, man, the best dog I ever got was free or was a mutt or I picked it up off the side of the road or something like that, and that's the truth.
I thought I was going to pick one up at the Dollar General when I stopped by. I was driving from my house and there was this cur looking dog out there and he had a bobtail and I was like, and he was following me and I was like, man, I don't know. I was thinking of some other guy was petting him, so I didn't load him up. I was like, dang, that guy's gonna steal that
You
dog.
wanted to test him, yeah?
Hey, like you said, he might have that hunter in him.
Yeah,
I was thinking about it.
You never know. We got a coon dog one time from our neighbor. He was in the trash can. I called him Garbage Can Sam. And I'm dead serious. We went coon hunting with two guys, and he said, "Will that dog tree?" I was like, "I don't know." I said, all I know is like he'll bark at a cage coon. We carried that dog out there with two dogs. Both of them had been competition hunting. Both of them were Grand Night champions. And Trash Can Sam blew him out the water, son.
He's 20 foot up in a tree.
What the hell?
Dude,
20 foot up in a tree.
Yeah, he was literally, I had to shock him to get him to jump out of the tree. He climbed the tree.
That motherfucking homeless dog?
Yeah, look, this son of a bitch, I'm telling you right now, he appreciated his food bowl. And when we turned that sumbitch loose, he went to hunt. Like, I mean,
awesome.
like, dude, when we turned him loose, like, he was literally throwing dirt. That sumbitch was gone. My neighbor called me. He's like, hey, are you missing a coon dog? I was like, I don't have a coon dog. He said, well, you do now. I said, what do you mean? He said, if you don't come get this one, he said, you know what's fixing to happen. I said, well, what is it? He said, man, it's a good looking blue tick. I said, for real? He said, yeah. So I was like, well, hell, I guess I'll try it, you know. I kept that dog a long time.
We put a dog box in the back, and when we dropped the tailgate, he loaded up. I was like, shit.
He loaded straight up. Hey, and when you open the door, he would step out and just stick his neck out so you put your collar on.
Yeah, it was the craziest thing ever.
Hell?
He didn't have he was half-ass emaciated.
He was in rough shape, but I mean, he knew what the deal was. I think he was, actually was a coon dog, and somebody just either he got loose and they couldn't find him, or somebody just dumped him out. They got tired of him, and they a bunch of fools for doing that. But I was happy about it. I was like, shit, bring it on.
Hell yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, anytime you can get a dog like that. Shit, that's about the only time I've had that luck.
I picked a few up that they weren't worth the shit. They're just trying to bite you.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know how many times I get secondhand dogs and they just don't work.
They don't work. Yeah,
I gotta raise them from puppy, and then they work for me.
Well, and I think that's probably, I don't know what you think, Rod. That's the best thing to do, really,
because you know what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can raise it to meet your needs.
Yeah. And like you said, I think not every dog is going to be the best, and not every dog is going to be what you want it to be, but every dog has that nature to hunt, because it's a primal instinct in the animal. And like you said, it's just whether you can unlock it for that dog or let that dog have the right opportunity.
Because
it might be a different thing,
Hey, growing up hunting, I always had a Chihuahua with us. Yeah. We had a Dachshund Chihuahua, and that thing would action pig. And I've had like all kinds of little dogs, and they fire. They action any pig. So if those little dogs, if I can get them to hunt, I could imagine every other dog.
We've had a bunch of the smaller dogs, the terriers, like the Yog Terrier, the little Jags, the Patterdales. Some Yorkies.
I had one Yorkie named Baby.
Yeah, we had a standard Yorkie. Now, he wasn't the little bitty tiny teacup Yorkies, but he was still only about 10 pounds or so, 12 pounds.
He'd hit a coon.
Yeah, but he'd tear a coon's ass up.
Oh, I bet, man. They're crazy little fuckers.
Yeah, this something is crazy. And Nathan had that and a Basset Hound and a Blue Tick. And that was his pack of dogs when he was a kid.
There was no garbage can safe.
I just had a purebred Patterdale Terrier.
Oh, really?
She would grab like a pit bull. Like I would try to get her off the ear, and she'd just be dangling.
Yeah.
And then I got a male, half Patterdale, quarter Jag Terrier, quarter Mounted Feist.
Oh, that's pretty good stuff. Shit, that's my kind of stuff there.
And that dog was like. When we would pack the pigs, he would find a tree to climb up and jump on the pig's back while we're packing it on our back, like piggyback style.
Yeah.
And he would not shut up. We had to give him the pig. He would not give up.
We'll be back after a quick break.
We would like to interrupt this episode to take a moment to thank our sponsors and friends of Dixie Doggers Podcast. Southern Cross Cut Gear. Boars N Broads. Hardcore Hog Dogs and Cut Gear. Showtime Premium Pet Food. Animal Housing Solutions. Tuskers Magazine. American Doghorn Association. 4L Kennels. Hogbang.com. The Boar's Nest. Crockett Taxidermy. Mud Creek Hog Baying. A big shout out to all those people and companies who help make us who we are. Thank y'all.
Oh, I imagine so. They're crazy.
And they're tough fucking dogs. They're tough dogs.
Oh yeah, they're extremely tough. So on these Belgians that how long you been hunting those? Like, I mean, is it something new you're trying or what?
No, I've been hunting Belgians, I want to say from 2014. 15.
Oh, been a minute.
About 10 years now.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
So apparently they're working good, because if you've run them for 10 years, they're working good.
Yeah, I mean, when I first started, I was hunting the ranch a lot, and they would just herd up the pigs in herds and bark at them, and I could call them off if I wanted to. So they're really smart. But the downfall on that one was I ran them in the opens, and when I take them in the bush, they did not know how to hunt to save their life.
Yeah, it's a whole different world.
Yeah,
we hunt a lot of thick stuff. Everything is very, very thick. And like you said, running bay dogs, it's harder to catch the hog in the thick stuff. There's no doubt. Because, I mean, you can't hardly see it. You can't get in there and grab a hold of it as easy. It's just a harder deal than out in the open, of course. But nobody really takes into consideration how hard it is on the dog.
Yeah, a lot more stimuli.
Yeah, it's the dog can't move as good. No. That's why we always had the little dogs. Everybody's like, man, y'all run them little bitty ass dogs. But we were catching hogs. We caught a shit ton of them. And
thick stuff.
The thickest stuff.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. But at the same time, it was like, once we got different properties and we started doing this more out for the public, like we started doing it more like the business side of it too. And there's a lot of people that like that real fast action. But then if you're going to take people out on hunts, they want to see the good bay dog, and they want to see the bulldog hit and all that. But now the older I get, the more I like watching a dog work the track. Mm-hmm. I like watching them really work. I don't care if we catch the hog. I don't care,
That's my biggest.
Oh yeah. Just hear Rodney. Rodney, all he wants to do is sit at the truck and just hear him talk. That's it.
What?
Yeah, he's like, just listen to him, babe. And he's constantly. Well, now he still gets it. He could go with us and he go to the bay and all that stuff. But his favorite part of it is just them baying, the hearing the barking.
Oh man,
he loves it.
That's so beautiful. That's our hide.
Well, he takes his clothes off sometimes. Like he starts getting naked, and that's a fucking problem sometimes.
He said, "Hell yeah!"
I mean, you come back up there, and my buddy's over here, and he's like, he's rubbing his titties and chest and shit, and he's hollering. He's like, "Oh!" And I was like, "What's happening?" He said, "Oh, they bathe, baby, $40 a minute." I was like, "Damn, son."
That's so beautiful.
And so that's why I like running rough dogs, because that way they ain't baying and I ain't got to see Rodney do that shit. No, man, it's no, like you said, that's the high. That's the addiction part of it.
That's the high. Honestly, through my eyes, more action with bay dogs. Watching them work in and out, barking at them, pinching the back end of the pig and just spinning them. Mm-hmm. So they work on me too. He sits. The boar is just gonna sit. If it's a boar, they bite his ass till he sits. Mm-hmm. If he has no back legs, he can't run away, and he'll just sit there and chop.
Good point.
And then that's it.
No, that's 100%. If they don't have the back legs, they can't go anywhere. That's why the little patterdales and the jags, they would grab them. They'd grab them right on the back leg or on the ass, and the hog would literally sit on top of them. But they would sit, and then after that, we had them.
Yeah. So like a lot of our hunters here run healers and cattle dogs because they like to bite the back end.
See, nobody here will run a healer. Everybody in on this side, dude. I've asked people. I was like, because like we do the bait pins, I was like, well, wouldn't a healer work? They're like, no.
No, anti-healer.
I don't understand that. I don't either. Wondered that myself.
Well, Keoki was talking about the healer mixes too, and I've been curious about that. So, tell us more about that.
I want to say they're a little bit more rough them out. They're not good for a bay pen.
Yeah.
They go to nip. That's why. That's how they get them to move.
Yeah.
They nip at them, yeah.
But they work the hog good though. They find them good.
Oh yeah, they'll work a fucking hog till the wheels fall off.
See, this one. I don't get it. We might have to cross them to a cur dog.
Well, we hunted that one Kelpie Catahoula mix.
He was rough.
Yeah, he didn't have much range to him, but like you put him in sign, he'd go.
Hey, do you walk hunt?
We do a lot of walk hunts.
I was thinking, I didn't know if you walked or see, like we used to walk a lot, and then like we travel so much now, we either hunt out of the truck or we out of a side by side. and or four-wheelers or whatever. And that's the way I would say the majority, it's at least, I think it's probably 75% of hog hunters are running trucks or side-by-sides here.
Oh, yeah.
And then probably 25% would be walking.
I'd say a lot of people that are starting out probably start out walk hunting or something like that.
But like,
and I think they should. I feel like it builds character.
Well, you learn your dogs and you learn the country too.
Yeah.
When you walk,
that's the same way.
Walking.
You don't know how much pig houses you drive past, or pig walls. All these little things you can check for fresh signs.
Yeah, and there's so many pigs that, like, once they have some pressure, as long as they're not overpressured, if they hear you coming, they'll just stand still in the woods. They might cross after you done left. And I've seen that a bunch of times, like, because we used to hunt this high fence, and I remember one time we had this pig bait up, and there was another pig just, like, sitting under the stump. Like, he's just, like, sleeping. Like, he ain't worried at all.
No.
And I only realized it because I walked past him, and he stood up.
Yep.
And he was, like, just unbothered, and he just, like, trotted off. I was like, oh, okay. These things could just quite literally just be up under your nose and have no issue with it.
It just depends on the amount of pressure. Like, some of them, they get smart, like you said. But if you're down in there walking and you can see all these things, then you know where they're at.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever guys noticed how a pig walks?
Mm-hmm.
They walk a little, then they stop and listen.
Yep.
Then they walk. So we put the theory that a pig does that even when the dogs hit them. So if, say, like a dog will hit another pig, that pig will not move for a long time. As long as it has to, it will just stand there. And I've seen pigs do that. And I've also seen my dogs come right back and run around and can't pick it up.
Right beside we did that last year in the cornfield, 2 years ago. Me, you, and Joe
I'm looking
Deal.
right at the pig.
Remember when we were standing in the cornfield and I literally touched the pig and Hank was barking. Because we got a dog, he's never barked. We never heard him bark. And all of a sudden he starts barking. I was like, holy shit, this is something's wrong. And
is he a catch dog?
Yeah, like he's a running catch dog. We turned him loose to stop because they had a whole group bait. Well, him and Charlie both singled one out, and dude, it was the craziest thing. We got in there, he kept running back and forth, and he was only going like 20 yards. And I was like, well, I don't know if he, what's going on. So we're standing there, and I tell them, I was like, hey, there's a pig right there. And when I say right there, I mean like 3 feet from me. The hog would not move.
It had that little grass that was growed up about your calf.
Yeah, it had the morning glories and all that grass growed up in it. And so the pig was standing in between the rows of corn. And then when the dog would get close to him, and we were laughing, it was funny as shit. The pig literally would just walk over 2 corn rows and stand there. The dog would go by him again. And then the pig would come back over here. I literally reached out there and slapped the pig on the ass.
Damn.
And the dog's running around barking, and we're like,
never did get it.
Never did catch the pig.
Oh wow.
Well, I wasn't going to take the dog and say, "Hey, here's the pig."
Throw him right on top.
I'm not going to do that. No, listen. If you get beat, you get beat. Sorry.
Hey, you're fair. I would have grabbed my dog and be like, "It's right freaking here."
Yeah. Well, in a lot of cases,
we wanted to.
Yeah, in a lot of cases we would, but we were just trying to see. We was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah.
And I was gonna grab it. I was like, I'm gonna grab this hog. And Joe looked. When I said I'm gonna grab this hog, that boar hog turned around and looked at me. I popped them teeth, and they were about 2.5 inches long. I was like, hold on a second. This fucking dog is running right by me, and he ain't trying to help me. So I don't know if I want to grab this damn hog or not.
That's probably why your catch dog was barking.
Yeah. Hey, listen, that dog.
He had.
Yeah, he might have seen them teeth. He might have seen them teeth and said, "Oh
it was
shit!"
So much scent right there. He could not figure out where.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was the craziest thing. It was so dry and dusty, like it hadn't rained in weeks. And we were talking about it. I was like, well, I wonder if the dust is messing the dogs up because all the dogs were acting weird. But what it was is there was so many pigs in that one spot. I mean, there was.
They couldn't pick up.
They couldn't. Yeah, they couldn't pick up one scent. And with him being the running catch dog, the style of ones that we have, they have a nose. So he's actually trying to run the track, and it's driving him crazy is what it's doing.
I thought he was going to have a heart attack.
Yeah, like he would not stop. He literally about ran himself to death. I was like, what in the hell? But I learned a lot that night. Like, because I was standing right there. I wasn't sitting on the buggy or in the truck. We were standing right there and we got to see what was happening. So now I know if something like that ever goes on again with the dog, I can put that back into effect. And then I walk out there and throw the next dog on top of it.
If you get mad at your dog and kill it, you'll know.
Yeah, because, I mean, you know yourself, you would be mad if you knew the pig was there and your dog just ran by it, but you didn't know the whole situation, you would be mad at the dog. Oh, yeah. But since I knew the whole situation, I was like, I can't really get mad at him. Crazy. He got outsmarted. You know.
Wow,
so.
That's cool. Our pigs, I've seen our dogs hit the pig, and the pig come running right past us and literally lay down right in front of us, and the dogs shoot right past. Boom. Yeah. Keep going.
But then they'll come back around.
No, and then the pig gets away.
Oh, the pig is well. Yeah. No, look, that's the honest truth there, because look, there's going to be so many people that would be telling that story, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, they came right back and got him." See, they're not going to be honest like we were. Like I just said, I didn't get the pig either. Like we didn't get him. Like shit, we got smoked. But it happens, you know.
I was hunting with honest hog dog hunters. They're not going to shoot it. They're going to let the dogs catch it. So we just watch it get away.
Honest ones, yeah, honest ones. You said it right there, because we know some that will they'll get in the middle of the road and wait on the pig to cross and hit him with buckshot, and then turn the dogs loose, the other dogs, and then they'll say, "Man, look at this one our dogs got."
Those are trail hunters. They just trail them down.
Yeah, that's the new one. They're trail hunters. That's it. We didn't have a name for them.
No, that's it. Yeah, now we got
trail hunters. Fucking posers.
They just blood trail it with what? They use bloodhounds?
I don't know what all they use. I know some of them have hounds.
They was claiming to use hog dogs.
Yeah, it's supposed to be hog dogs.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. That's how the bloodhound got their name, right?
Yeah, like the blood trailing and stuff. But
they weren't saying they were blood trailing. No. They were saying, "Hey, look at what these pigs we caught today."
Yeah, they were talking about how good their dogs were. They were like, "Yeah, man, we ran this one for 4 hours." I'm like, "Yeah." Then you shot him.
Finally.
Yeah, and then you got the dogs to find him.
Yeah. Then the dogs finally caught up with him after you mortally
And I'm not saying that I'm not saying it's wrong to shoot one by no means. If you do that, that's cool.
Just be honest that you shot it.
Yeah, but don't say your dogs ran it for 9 hours and did all that. Even though your dogs could have ran it for 9 hours, you had to shoot it.
That's 9 hours?
Oh, dude, listen, you get into some shit.
That's more than a work day.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to hook you up with some of the guys that like, and I mean these are for real. Like this is not bullshit.
It's not every day, but occasionally.
Ours, we don't run that long.
Our dogs ain't gonna go that long. They suck. They probably gonna quit.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Dude, my dog quit one run.
Yeah, but it's like I don't want to run one that long, but I know some guys, like you were talking about the guys, earlier in certain parts of the country, they would be like, "Hey, this hog crossed 8 hours ago, and we went and put it on there." But I know guys that will literally jump the hog, and they'll run that same hog for 6 or 8, 9, 10 hours.
Logan Campbell did.
Yep, Logan Campbell and them, they run them for, and these hogs are big hogs.
And they're old. I mean, some of these hogs have to at least be 15, 20 years old.
And his dogs ain't lying either.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's legit.
And he also has huge properties and a lot of land access.
Yeah.
How does the pig run so far? Don't they overheat?
No, I mean, that's the crazy. That's what the pigs, the way they are here. Like, what size pigs? How big is the average hog that you guys kill?
120, 100 pounds.
Okay, for a boar hog.
Right? Well, so here we
or say a bar hog. Okay, let's because y'all do a lot of bars. What's a good size bar?
So talk of the town would be 200 pounds, but
ours would be 400.
Yeah, so here in Hawaii, we always gut ours on, so ours is always dressed.
Yeah.
Because most of the times we got to pack it to our vehicle because everybody walks against. So.
Well, I mean, like I said, some of these bar hogs will be 350 to 400, even dressed.
Yeah. Some of them are just
I'm talking about it's ridiculous. They look like cows.
Right. That's what I mean. Like,
but they can run fucking forever. I don't know how they do it. I really don't.
Maybe big lungs, big animal, big lungs.
Yep, and that's what that's like Mr. Logan Campbell. I'm telling you, Pat Lewing.
There's also a lot of water down there.
They will run them some bitches, and that's what they say. They say we'll run the lungs out of him. We'll pump the air all the way out of him.
It's also flatter ground as well.
Yeah.
So
they don't have.
Is there dogs chasing it the whole time?
Yes. I mean, they're burning him up.
Yeah, they're running more like a fox style dog.
Yeah, it's going to be a colder nosed dog too than the standard cur dog would be, because like some of the tracks they'll be taking. Say the hog will have a 4-hour head start on them.
Yeah, I think a lot of their dogs are like half hound as well. Correct?
Well, yeah, they got their hound and cur and so, whatever else. They got 2 or 3 different breeds in them. But like they'll have, like I said, basically the hog will have a 4-hour head start. So it's going to take 4 hours to catch up to the hog. So when they jump the hog, they got another 4 or 5 hours they can run him. And I mean, like it's a whole different world, And like I said, the properties. When you have 20,000 acres in one spot that you can hunt, you can run them as long as you want to,
Is that the technique there?
For a lot of it, it is. For a lot of places.
Are they trying to catch it as fast as they can?
Yeah, no, they're trying to catch it as fast as they can. Like I said, they're just trying to get as fast as they can get it. And a lot of times it just takes that long.
Yeah, and especially after a pig's been caught and barred, a lot of times they don't want to take a bay. They don't.
Oh, yeah.
They just want to keep going and keep going.
They already know man.
Yeah.
They know dogs and they know man.
That's right. And see, we ran the rougher dogs when we started getting smaller properties. I used to have a lot of big property. And then, of course, we got all sold and different stuff happened, hunting clubs and timber companies. But anyway, so when you get a certain property that, like some of ours are only 500 acres or 1,000 acres, well, your dogs can get off of that property pretty quick.
Oh, easily.
Okay, so here we got it. I don't know how strict it is there, but here there is 0 trespassing. You cannot cross property lines at all.
Yeah, in Alabama, there's no right to retrieve.
No.
If your dog's in on somebody else's property, you got to contact them or call your dog back.
Yeah, you can't. Now, if you get a hold of them and they tell you can come get it, that's fine. But legally, you don't have a right to just go get your dog.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, and there's people out there right now that's listening that live here in Alabama, and they're going to say, all bullshit.
Yep.
We got a right to retrieve law. No, we do not.
We ain't had one since the 70s. They took it away when they took away deer dogging originally.
And so what you have to do, we got a 3-strike deal now.
Yeah. Your dog can get trespassing tickets.
Yep, they'll give you a ticket because your dog keeps getting off. If somebody calls, if you get a complaint.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
They'll do that shit. So
you'll get 2 written warnings, and the third one will be a fine. I think it's like $250, something like that. It's nothing. So that's insane.
That's why we started running the rough dogs. So that way we could stop them as fast as we could. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the thing with running the rough dogs is they take damage, and you got to get to them real quick.
Right.
A lot of hog hunters are lazy. They just want to sit and just let the dogs run and drive right up to it. And I've done got that way. We're making fun of it, but in a
it's
sense,
enjoyable.
I mean, you don't have to be in a big hurry. That's why they run the looser bay dog. And a loose bay dog is going to live a lot longer.
Yes.
It's not going to get cut up and hurt and all that all the time. And you don't have to get in a big hurry, but you're going to have to run the hog until he gets tired. And sometimes it might take a long time.
That's why you put in a little bit of healer or something that likes to nip.
Pit bull.
So when the pit goes to run, it'll bite its back end.
Yeah, see, I like running pit bull terriers. Not bullies. I like running straight American pit bull terriers. And the way I say that is, like, if I can get within 200 yards, he's going to grab a hold of him. Ain't going to be no baying. I don't like that. I'll be honest. Like, I enjoy doing it. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't know why I even have bay dogs. I'm not even going to take none anymore. I want to just take all fucking killers. Yeah, I done. Dude, I'm telling you, you done got me fired up. I'm fixing to go get me a Belgian Malinois, cross it with a fucking blue healer, and then then cross it to a pit bull, and I'm coming to Hawaii.
There's also another trick that people do here. I've never done it, but they'll get a billy goat with horns, a male billy goat with horns.
Yeah.
And the billy goat will defend its head, its front end will defend himself.
Yeah.
So basically, the dog is gonna have to learn to bite the back end.
See, here, nobody wants a dog that bites the back end.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, especially like in states
If
where they
you can keep them alive, because they don't want the hog tore up. Because like you can sell hogs in certain states here,
like Texas, Oklahoma.
Back up from Michael. If you're in Texas, you can trap hogs and have 100 hogs in a trailer and take them to a buying station and sell them.
Oh wow!
So, but they don't want them tore up. You know what I mean? They don't want to risk any infection or anything like that. So everybody wants a ear dog. You want the exact opposite.
That's why I always wondered.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, there's the reason why everybody runs what they run.
Tell them about the ear dogs and the reason, the actual reason behind an ear dog. Well, like we were talking about earlier about having the wild stock.
I mean, so basically you can go out there and kind of pick and choose, and like a lot of domestic hogs have those larger ears. So basically the whole reason hog dogs started is go get my pigs out of the holler, which is just a valley where two mountains meet. Because a lot of times if you go out to the same holler every morning, throw your feet out there.
Get this thing down. Which one? Turn it down just a little bit. All right.
And go out there and bait up your pigs. And hey, if they don't come or something, you might put a dog down to go out there and find them, bait up the sounder. And that big old ear there is just to turn them loose and hit on it. And so that way you got a good hold and it's not going to tear your pig up.
Yeah. And, you know, that's kind of how the whole routine went. And so there's a lot of people that when they start hog hunting, first thing they say is like, I want a straight ear dog, a straight catch dog for the ear. Here in Alabama, like if we can't have a live hog, to me, and this is me personally, my logic is like, it doesn't matter where it catches, as long as it catches and it doesn't get hurt. If a dog catches on the ass end, a hog cannot turn around and hit that dog.
No,
a hog cannot turn all the way around.
Didn't you have one that would catch on the back flank?
Yeah. I've had ass dogs before. Like I said, I wanted them like that. I like one that'll catch right on the back of the front leg right there at the.
That's not a bad spot.
They'll grab there or right on the cheek and they'll tuck in, but
they'll hug the body.
Yes, exactly, and they never got cut. And then,
they'll hug the body, and the pig turns. They'll turn with the pig.
Yes, exactly.
One of the meanest in my head. That's the meanest grab dog, and it'll never get hurt.
Well, that's the way Hank catches. That's the way King caught. Charlie, all my running catch dogs. That's pretty much the way they caught. Was they would catch just behind the ear or right on the jaw.
That's nice.
And they would, on that fat part right there. And I mean, I've had people say, well, they can't get a good bite there. Their teeth were touching. You know what I mean? Their dogs might not have a hard of a bite. These had a good bite on them. But like you said, when they catch on the ass and they sit down, then that gives you an opportunity. See, here, everybody wants to grab the back legs and hold them like a wheelbarrow.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So how do you do it? Same thing?
I fancy dog and gun.
Okay.
If I'm running barking dogs or back end dogs, I'm gonna use 99% of the time I bring a rifle with me, just in case my grab dog barks and it's a really big one. And nowadays I'm like, my dogs work hard for this. If it's a big boar, I'll shoot it for them. Because I don't eat boar.
Yeah.
We don't eat boars. I eat young sows and bars.
Mm-hmm.
So mainly the boars go to dog food when you go for dogs.
That's what we do with a lot of ours. The bigger boars for sure.
But yeah, I grew up running a rifle, and I don't know. It's just my style. I like them. I love the barking, I like the rough barking in and out.
Mm-hmm.
And you've probably seen my videos. I'm right there in the action like a dog.
Yeah. And that's the thing. You're right there with them. And that's what we were talking about earlier. Like most guys who are walk hunting, they're right there with the dogs. And so, you like on your video, the whole process might not be but a minute, and then if you get something like us, if we got a dog that's out there, if certain areas, we got long range dogs like if there's no sign, there's no tracks at all, how far will your dogs go find a hog?
My dogs track out over a mile. I lose communication on my Garmin.
Well, no, I mean that's what we want as well. We want them to go search and find.
Oh yeah, if my dog is by my ankles, they're gonna get kicked, or they gotta go look for the pig. That's less walking I gotta do.
That's why you have dogs, so that way you don't have to go find the pigs.
Yeah.
And I think people get that confused with the walk hunting part. They think that you're supposed to walk right with the dog. Like, no, that's not the way I do it. And which I don't walk hunt very seldom. How do we always do it, Nate?
We typically, when we walk hunt, really just depending on how long range the dogs are, because a lot of our walk hunt dogs are more like medium range, like 300 to 700 yards, what they'll range out typically. A lot of them make loops, and so we might walk 200-300 yards. Dog go out, make a couple loops, so check back in. We walk up, another 500 yards or whatever, and that dog goes out again, makes a few more loops.
You just keep progressing, just keep going up 500 yards every time. But you let the dog go out and search, and then when he comes back after he's made his, 500, 700, 800, whatever it is. We've had some that were longer, but generally we wanted the dogs that was, I'd say probably 700 yards, 600 to 700 on average. And we've had some that were a little closer, but I like the 600 to 700 yard dogs. If I'm standing here and that dog goes out and hunts, and I mean hunts hard for 700 yards, and that 700 yards means all the way around me 700, not just straight ahead. So then I'll walk another. So actually you're covering 1,400 each way. So I'll walk up another 700, and then he's actually going to go right back behind me where he hunted again and just keep working, and then go all the way back out again. And that's the way we ran ours. But now we went walk hunting with other people. Hell, they walked as fast as the dogs. Like
I hunted with people like that.
Dude, I don't like that shit.
All they do is look at their device. Oh, the dogs are going this way. Okay, go.
Yeah, and just take off. I'm like, no, let's see where the dogs get to first. Let's see where they're at.
Right, let them work. Let them do their thing. They're working dogs.
So your walk hunt is more like cast hunting.
What is that?
Cast, what we call a cast dog is, well, just like you're talking about. So we'll stop. Like if we see a track on the road, right? Or we see some fresh sign or whatever. We stop right there. We get the dogs out and we just turn them loose. And they're going to go out and they're going to hunt for a mile. And, if they catch it, if they get a pig before then, they'll strike it, run it, we'll catch it, hopefully. But, and that's called a cast. You just turn the dog loose. You don't have to walk him in a certain direction. You don't have to the dog's just going to go hunt.
Yes. All my dogs do that. I just let them go.
Yeah. So you have cast dogs, but you're just walking. Okay, shit, there we go.
Yeah.
And that's like a lot of guys here that walk hunt, their dogs, I ain't gonna say the reason they walk hunt, but it works better for them because their dogs don't go real far. Because they might only have a property that's 200 or 300 acres.
My dogs will track out 300. They'll chase a pig up to a mile.
Yeah. They just keep on hammering. Grab that phone there.
Yeah. We Hawaii is all uphill and downhill, and we have, well, to us these gulches are big, but I could just imagine your guys ravines and rivers and stuff.
Oh,
ours are like little creeks compared to you guys. But
well, now that's certain areas. Like ours is probably not that bad. I don't think. Like some elevations is probably 600 feet. That's it.
Oh, that's
it's
right
not
where
bad.
I live.
But now you get like in North Carolina, Tennessee, places like that, get further north from where we're at in the mountain range. Or if you get out in Colorado and Idaho, it's thousands of feet difference.
Right. Same. Well, we can go from, Hawaii's an island. So we can go from the ocean. We hunt pigs like 11,000 foot elevation.
Oh, yeah, we're not doing that.
Like, up there, thin air, like you're.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that.
Lagging.
I'm fat. You hear me? I'm fat. And I can't do that. I think we were like 4,000 feet, 3,000 or 4,000 feet in North Carolina, and I almost died. I think I did die 2 times.
that's about the mountain. The mountain that I live on is, I think, 4,500 feet at the tippy top.
Mm.
So
I like being about 200 feet above sea level.
Oh, that's too hot for me.
No, that's it. I mean, like, we're flat. I want to be flat.
Nope. If you come to Hawaii,
He said nope. Shit.
Hawaii is not
Ain't
flat.
happening in Hawaii.
Well,
I enjoy the hills.
yeah.
They're mean. They're mean.
So you guys have all these hogs. What other kind of pest and varmints do you got that's out there? The chickens?
Basically,
Do y'all have a lot of chickens for real?
Considered to the state, every land mammal is invasive, and they want to get rid of them. So we have cattle, wild sheep. There were feral sheep, but over the year they come wild.
Yeah.
And then we have mouflon sheep, and then they cross
the rams.
Yeah, we got rams. Like, they're wild, free range, and then they crossed with the feral rams. So then we got what the Texans call black Hawaiian rams, but we call them hybrids here.
Yeah.
And then we got Spanish billy goats, both males and female. They're all free range. And then other islands like Molokai, Maui, they have axis deer. I think Kauai has blacktail.
Huh.
Yeah, and
That's
then we have black buck on Molokai. So that's about all the big game we got here, which ain't even big game.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, I didn't know there was that much, that many there anyway. That many different species. So with those, I mean, what's the hunting like on those? Can you kill however many you want? Or do you have a limit? They're all invasive. No, so
they're all invasive. So there's no bag limit.
That would be all right.
In Hawaii, Hawaiians have a law where we have the right to roam. It's a gathering right for us Hawaiians.
Yeah.
But with more and more white people coming, and they're just being more crybabies about trespassing and shit.
Preach it, brother. Preach it.
Damn white people.
White people.
It's harder for us locals to go out and hunt.
Yeah. No, I get it, for real.
Yeah,
like 100%.
Y'all are entitled to that.
Well, and that's the
You're
thing.
Supposed to have that.
Look at the Inuits. I mean, Native Americans. I mean, it happens everywhere. They come in and take over the culture.
They gentrify what was.
They want it their
way, and it's like you're not.
Their
dream, their vision, and
right. And I don't ever hate on those people. It's the way life is. It's the way life is going, and I respect them. And if my dog,
they should respect you. They should respect you first, because that's yours.
Yeah, exactly. But
it doesn't work. Yeah, I know. We can get into all that. Do what? Rodney said he got a question. What's up?
Do you run the sheep with any dogs or anything like that?
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah. Do y'all ever catch the sheep or goats with the hogs? I mean, with the dogs?
I don't. I do more spot and stalk. I spot and stalk the sheep and goat.
But you have caught them before on accident, didn't you?
Oh,
you can tell us. You can tell us.
Not my dogs.
That's what I'm talking about.
Not my dogs.
It's probably Kyoki's dogs. We
can't take ours there.
No, hell no. We take ours. We're gonna catch some shit. I promise you.
Trash.
Yes.
So one time I did go hunting out in the dry side, and there's plenty goats out there by the thousands. Mm-hmm. And one of my friends, Catahulas, was barking one. So we get there, a massive billy. This thing had handlebars on him. He was big. Oh, right. The dog was just steady bark, baying on what we here in Hawaii we call bay, steady bark. That's when the dogs are just, they got that steady pulse.
Mm-hmm.
So we call them steady bark. So the dog was just steady barking that damn billy, and it was a big freaking trophy one.
Mm.
But that's the only time I've ever had my dog or a hunt where the dogs went for a goat.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's pretty good considering, Do y'all have like we have a lot of small game, like we have possums, armadillos, raccoons.
We only have you know what a mongoose is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the closest thing we have to a squirrel.
Really? So do the dogs ever mess with those?
Yeah, during the day, young dogs will fuck with them, but we just teach them not. We scold them when we see them because the dogs act a certain way towards the mongoose. They'll start hopping in the grass, trying to look for them.
Yeah.
And then we'll scold the dogs. We'll tell them no.
That's the way ours do. Like if there's a rabbit, I noticed they do it bad with rabbits.
Eminem does it a lot with turkey.
Yeah.
He keeps trying to run turkeys.
Yeah, Nathan's
on poults and stuff. Like and he'll see them and he'll be like, "What are all these little things running through the grass?" And
Can you bring me my charger?
But like he's just curious. He's just young.
He's like,
he's not running turkeys. Please don't get that people think he's a turkey dog. Yeah.
That's how young dogs are. Curious.
Yeah, he's just. It's funny because like as soon as he notices it's something different, like he'll just turn around and come back.
He's like, "Oh, I'm not a pig."
Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, that's not what it is." But if it's moving in the grass, they're going to check it out.
See, and over here on the mainland, we call it trashing. What do y'all call that? Like when you get on a game that you're not targeting?
Oh, I call that. I get so mad at my dogs.
Yeah, you call it something else. Yeah.
Hey,
call it bullshit.
I have moments where I'm like, this dog is up for sale. And then it catches me a pig. And then it catches me a pig and it's like, not for sale.
Yeah, it's not for sale now. He's good.
He's good again.
Yeah.
All right, so
like,
do y'all stick, y'all, I mean, you said you shoot a lot, but I know you've probably stuck them before too, right?
Yeah. If I can get a hold of them, if my dogs are grabbing it, I will not take a shot.
Yeah, I got you.
Because obviously the dogs are on them, and I could accidentally shoot a dog.
Yeah, exactly. So
I'll grab them.
When you stick them, do y'all stick them through the top or through the side, or through the throat or the bottom?
Everybody's different. I want to say, in the area I live in, everybody pokes them in the throat.
Yeah, I got you.
I like to do that because we gut the pigs in order to pack them out.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to cut the windpipe to pull out the windpipe.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so it makes sense to just poke
you're already
one spot.
doing it. Yeah.
Don't need to poke the heart. And when you poke the heart, you just cause blood clots all in the insides. When you go to gut it, it's just messy.
That's true.
That's just my opinion. That's what I think. Everybody's different.
Well, no, I mean, that's true because like I said, I always,
we usually keep all of ours as well, so we might need to try that on the next time and see if cleaning them's easier.
There's been a couple of times where I've had to do it.
Yeah.
Besides going, like I'll go right behind the front leg, if we flip them or if they're standing up, I'll reach right up under the front leg, close to the front of it, and stick them and then just rock it down. And like you said, I'm not gonna say we keep every single hog. But we're probably some of the very few people. We keep about 95% of them. Like you said, the big boars, they're dog food.
Right.
Anything that's the sows and the smaller stuff, they're going in the freezer or on the grill. Right. We're going to use them. I don't like seeing a bunch of them, and I see it a lot. You'll see them where like people are trapping, and we trap as well. And it's hard to do something when you catch a bunch of pigs. But I just can't stand driving by and somebody just threw a bunch in the ditch or threw them in a field. It's like, man, it just feels like you're wasting it, to me.
Yeah, a lot of people have their bad insights about that. Well, and then I deal with a lot of pigs that have worms on the tenderloin.
Mm-hmm.
And they have pus. Like when we skin them, you probably see we skin our pigs.
Yeah.
We skin the skin right off the fat.
Mm-hmm.
Right underneath the skin line. So sometimes there'll be like little pus, like pimples on there. And I wouldn't feed that to my family or my worst enemies.
No. And that's what I said. I get it too. Yeah. There's sometimes you can't do anything with it.
And these pigs are healthy as can be. I will not kill a skinny sow.
Mm-hmm.
I'll kill an old skinny boar.
Yeah.
I thank God for the skinny old boars. That way I ain't got to deal with meat.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Well, but, I mean, we've had that before. We don't see it a lot though, like you're talking about, like and it was on the inside, like you said, it was almost like pus or something,
Yeah, they'll either have pus or
it was like by the back straps, And in Mississippi, we had that on a place over there we hunted, but we haven't ran into that on any of the places we've hunted here.
No.
Yeah, we haven't ran into that at all.
We have that pretty bad in the area I live. There's one area I go hunt, like we caught a bar, and this thing was super healthy. We go and clean it, and there's worms and pus on the tenderloin.
Wow.
And a lot of the sows too, like young sows. I don't know. It could be the water they drink.
Could be like a mineral or something maybe doing it. I don't know. But we might have to do a little research on that and see if we can't find out what that is.
That area has like a fish farm, and from the fish farm, they just have wastewater run off into the.
And I know that fish are bad to have worms.
That's guaranteed why.
The birds that'll go eat the fish and stuff like that, they're typically going to have worms.
Yep. And do y'all have like we have blue herons, like big cranes? Egrets. Okay. We have them too.
Yeah, you could get worms from an egret.
Yeah. Whenever they shit in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this area, the egrets nest and pigs infested all under. Like we have what is called guinea grass.
Yeah.
And you walk through this guinea grass, it just smells like a fucking chicken farm. It stinks. But the hogs are in there. The action is unreal. But that makes a lot of sense why those pigs in that area have worms.
Yeah. I bet you that's what it is. Because like the fish, the reason a lot of the fish inserts like some of our ponds and stuff, and the reason I know this is because I talked to the biologists that were doing the study, because we had some ponds on some property right here by our house, and they were talking about the blue herons, and I was like, well, what's the problem? He was like, well, he said we're doing a study on the fish. This was in 2008, I think, 2007 or 2008, and he was talking about the worms, and then I was cleaning some of the fish that we had caught, and I noticed them. And I was thinking, I was like, I wonder how many of these I've cleaned and never noticed. They were like little bitty white worms. And so he told me that's what it was from the herons while they're sitting there eating in the pond, then they shit in the water and it just gets back in there, and that's where the worms were coming from. And
Crazy.
So if the hogs are drinking that same type of water,
they got some
or eating the same kind of fish, or anything, and eating the nesting area, if they're rooting on the ground, it's probably coming from the birds.
It's guaranteed. It's making so much sense now.
Yeah, I'm a biologist. Pretty good. Just put it all together.
You had nailed it right on the nail.
No, I mean, like, for real. I
actually went to school.
Nate went to school, did the studying, so. But
I can't confirm that is a common thing with birds. Birds are a big issue.
Yeah.
That's the only area I see that. And there is a big egret. Big egret problem there.
That would definitely make more sense.
Egret shit is not good for hogs.
No, egret shit. That's pretty. So on your dogs, like you were talking about being able to walk up and shoot. So you got to be able to call your dogs back. You got to have a good handle on your dogs.
Yeah.
That's what we call it. What do you guys call it? Making them act right?
What do we call that?
We call it
command.
Okay.
I got a good command on them.
There you go.
I want to see it.
Yeah. That's the same.
Listen to my command.
Ours don't. Mine don't really listen to shit that I'm saying, but I want them to, but they just don't want to.
I usually just train them in the yard. Like
there you go.
My command to stop whatever they're doing is leave it, and they'll leave it.
Okay.
Like basically leave it, and then I tell them go to bed, and they'll go to their house.
Mm-hmm.
Basic stuff like that. One word things.
That's cool. Okay, and that's
kind of simple.
Yeah, I was going to say, and just the simple part of doing it at home, it helps a lot when you're in the woods or when you're hunting.
And then it also helps. Like my dogs are barking in and out, so they're kind of far away from the. As long as there's no dog behind the pig, I'll take a shot. And if there's a clear shot, and I make sure I'm within 10. I'm usually really close. I don't shoot far. I like to get right into action and make my shot count.
Yeah, that's the safest way to do it. So that's really the best thing to do. So, do you have anything that you would, like you want to put out there? Because, like I said, I know we've been talking over some topics about that we had already discussed. So, I mean, if you got something you want to talk about or just want to bitch about something or just want to holler and scream or...
No, but like, what's the best time of year you guys hunt pig? Because over here, we're seasonal.
February.
Soon as deer
season.
season.
Soon as deer season usually goes out.
February 10th.
Here, February 10th.
Usually like January 15th, I think most of
and a lot of other states, yeah. Usually from January to February, deer season goes out. And so right after that is when everybody hits the woods and the hogs haven't had much pressure. There's a lot of places that you don't really hog hunt when deer season's happening. So you gotta, your dogs don't get to hunt. You know.
So you guys, like you said, you guys can't let go of the pigs, yeah?
No,
not here. That's true.
Yeah, in Alabama we're not. We can't. Well, you're not supposed to legally.
Is it? Yeah, like don't let them find out. That's all.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, because you could do that.
I'm pretty sure I've seen videos. I want to say they're in Alabama of bar hogs.
Yeah, there's some. Yeah,
some people. There is people that bar them. Then.
Oh yeah, I mean, it happens. But like you said, there's always going to be guys that they're going to do it, and I'll be honest with you, I don't see anything wrong with it.
It's just not worth getting caught.
Yeah, it's like unless you get caught, it's not a problem.
But if you get caught, it's a $2,500 fine per pig per person.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
How would they know?
Well, like
they just catch you red-handed with something.
Yeah. Do you guys have a lot of game wardens?
We do, but they ain't gonna walk where I walk.
Well, I get that. Well, like here, they got drones, and they'll be in a helicopter. Like it's crazy. Some of it's out of hand.
Tattletales.
Yeah, because you'll have somebody that'll call and be like, "Hey, so and so's over there hunting on this spot, and I know they're doing this and blah blah blah," and
trying to get the spot.
Yeah, because they're trying to get the spot that you're hunting. You know,
like your guys' game warden is way strict. Ours one is lenient.
Yeah,
like I watched. I just watched briefly, but it seems like if they see you fishing, they'll come and talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not even breaking the rules, and you're just bothering me.
Yeah.
They will harass you.
Yeah, there's some out there. Now I'm sure there's some that's good dudes and they're not bad, but some of them, they get overboard. Like you said, they just constantly every little thing, everything. They want to ask you and be like, hey. If, like you said, if you're just down there fishing, why are you bothering me? I ain't bothering. I'm not messing with nobody. I'm standing on the bank fishing.
Right. It's not like you've seen me do something illegal.
Yeah.
Well, if they ain't got no regulations on hog hunters in Hawaii, then the game warden wouldn't have no reason to be messing with them no way.
Mm-mm.
Up here, all the regulations, they'd have field day.
Yeah. Used to, we didn't have any regulations.
No.
And then they just changed it, a few years ago.
When I was little, there was no such thing as trespassing.
Wow.
We would walk the mountains freely and not have to look over our shoulders. I would see people in the mountain and I would just walk the other way and not have a problem. There would be no beef after, no crybabies.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nowadays, I think it's exactly what you said. It's just crybabies.
Well, and like when I was growing up, like I was talking about in Arkansas, we would just stop and hunt, like you said, wherever. It didn't matter. And unless somebody was already hunting there, now we didn't, of course we weren't trying to break in nobody's gates or none of that stuff. But if it was just open land, we hunted it. And unless there was, no trespassing signs and it was posted and all that, you could hunt it. Nobody would say nothing. But now here in Alabama, like everything is posted. Everything.
That's how Hawaii, the area I'm in is becoming like that. There's hog wire fences going up everywhere, which is cutting off the rotation.
Everything here is fenced.
Yeah, the pigs can't rotate like they could before. We have a lot of macadamia nut orchards, so the pigs love that.
Mm-hmm.
And when they fence that off, then
it shuts them
pigs
down.
They take away their food source.
Mm-hmm.
If I ain't mistaken, it don't even have to have a posted sign on it, but all land in Alabama.
Yeah. If you know that you don't own it, then you are trespassing
Yeah,
in Alabama.
Yeah.
A lot of people says it didn't have a
It don't make
posted
a
sign
shit.
on it.
It does not matter.
It don't matter.
The entire state of Alabama is posted.
Yes,
with
it
or
does
without
not
a
have
physical
to
sign.
have a sign. And here, if like say
a lot of people argue about
say
that.
if you come here and I tell
It
you,
ain't right.
I say, yeah, man, you can hunt my property. I have to give you a written permission, and I also have to have a copy of it legally to be 100% legal. Now, of course, not everybody does that. You know, usually it's like, yeah, man, I don't care, go ahead, and we just hunt it. But if the game warden wanted to be an ass about it, they could give us a ticket and give the landowner a ticket as well.
See, if the game warden came by and you were supposedly on the side of the road going hunting,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not a public hunting area, yeah, he'll give you a ticket and for trespassing and all that.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times there's places where us locals go and we can park and we won't see a game warden all day.
Yeah.
And we can hunt and come back, which a lot of that land is government land, which actually should belong to the locals.
Yes.
Yes.
So
I agree with that 1,000%.
those are like spots. Those are spots where we can go, which is still trespassing, but there's so much land to roam, you won't see anybody.
There's some places like that here. It's public land, and you're not really supposed to be running hog dogs on it, but there's still a lot of people who go and hog hunt it because, like you said,
Right.
It's a lot of land. It's a lot of it's rough country, and the game he's not going to get out and walk to try to find because you're pig hunting. They're not really studying that. Now there's, like I said, there's a few of them that are just they're jerks, you know.
And like a lot of our game wardens are ex-hunters, even like what we call ex-outlaws. Like they go illegally and go hunt. Like the game wardens here aren't that strict on pig hunting unless there's a lot of complaints about somebody killing their cattle or livestock.
Yeah.
Like that kind of complaints. Then they'll step in, but other than that, they really don't care about hog hunters unless they catch you red-handed trespassing.
Yeah, I think that's understandable when it gets to that point. So, yeah.
But they're not going to go out of their way and go look for hog hunters.
That's pretty cool.
They got to pass. Got to be at the wrong time.
Yeah, there's got to be a reason. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
They're more strict on the sheep and the goat. I don't know why, but they are. I've been busted because of sheep hunting and fucking. I was like game warden's most wanted on this island.
Hunting. I got you. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. We're gonna have to do another podcast later on.
God, it's so dumb. And like again, it's because of crybabies. Yep. I wasn't stepping on nobody's foot, or I don't make trouble to nobody. Stay in my own lane.
There you go. So on that stuff right there, did you? I mean, like when you got busted, what happened? When you say got busted?
It was the funniest thing. So I got busted. And the game warden kind of like asked me a question, and then he answered it for me, and I got off, and I was like, "Yeah." And then, so the question was, I kind of remember it almost like it was yesterday. He was like, well, "Oh, how come you don't have your hunting license?" "Oh, why? Because it's almost the end of the year, and you can wait to the end of the year to get your hunting license." And I was in and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's exactly why." But I already had my hunting license, but I didn't print it yet.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's pretty cool. I think that's a good game warden.
Yeah.
Because he would have been like, guess what? Your ass is going to jail. And they'll take your truck. They'll take all your stuff. They'll take everything.
That's what he told me. He told me that he gave me that runaround and he took pictures of my bull. And he was like, yeah, but I was hunting you. He was like the DLNR's most wanted.
Damn. That's what I'm talking about, old outlaw here.
Well, it all started because guys are spreading rumors that I was doing guided hunts for sheep on the Hawaiian homelands, which I wasn't.
No, you were just taking people out sheep hunting. You wasn't guiding them.
Yeah, they never paid me a freaking penny.
That's what I'm saying. I already know, bro.
When somebody asks me to go hunting, I look at it as an opportunity
to go hunt.
To go hunt.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this guy let go hunt. I will take him on. Shoot.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, I got to go. These guys, they want me to take them. I got to go.
Right.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's just how it started. And
well, it sounds like it came out okay though. It wasn't too bad.
yeah, I just had to pay a $150 fine, get my hunting license.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
But nowadays, I just do it legal 99% of the time.
There you go.
Once in a while, I'll go hunt.
Yeah. I think everybody's got to have that little bit, just a little. So if you had one thing you could change that, in today's society, in today's time about the hunting industry and the way things are going, what would be the thing that you would change or you would like to see change?
Like here in Hawaii or in the world?
Let's do the world. But that way you're not biased at just your place. Let's do anywhere.
I would like everybody to just be humble and not compete against each other. Like somebody catches a nice pig and then somebody got to compete, like compare them.
I got you. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with a little competition part, but like you said, they get overboard.
Yeah. There's some people that just talk so much trash, and I'm like, just shut up, because I would slap you and you would tuck your tail.
There you go.
I understand.
Like on Facebook, them young kids that kill one that weighs 230. They'll put it on there 250 or something like that or whatever. And all of a sudden you'll see
everybody
hard asses coming there. Hey, way down. Yeah. Man, it's a kid.
I see
Good job, buddy.
Yeah, I see that all the time. young guys are getting out there hunting, like Rodney was saying, and they'll post a pig that's, it's a good pig. It's probably the best one they had ever got. And then everybody else will be talking shit, saying, that ain't this. Yeah.
Good for them.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Because it don't matter how big it is. If you're happy with it, that's it. That's all that matters.
Show shakers.
Yeah.
Trophy is in the eye of the beholder.
That's it. So, man, I'm telling you, it's been fun talking with you, and we could probably go on for forever. But like I said, we got it down. We've been at it for a pretty good bit. So I think it's very interesting, the breed of dogs that you run. I've got a couple of friends that run some Belgians, and I'm going to actually try to put you two like with Mr. Don. Yeah. Guy's name's Don Coggins. And
they're super easy to train.
Yeah. He competes in the bay pens. He also, I think he bear hunted with the Belgians and hog hunts with the Belgians.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Look at them. They can walk across a freaking ladder.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's a few people that it's really starting to catch on here in the mainland because you're starting to see it more and more.
There's a guy down in South Texas, I want to say, that's I've seen been using some Malinois. I want to say he's friends with what is his name? I can't remember his name from down there in South Texas. Shit.
I have no idea.
Texas Tusk.
Brandon?
Yeah, Brandon Munoz. There we go. I could not think of his name. I think it's one of his friends. But I think I saw him using some Belgians.
Probably so. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. And, we're going to try to stay in touch with you and communicate. And, I'm going to send you some pictures of those mulefoot hogs. I think you'll get a kick out of that. And
yeah, for sure. We definitely need to do another podcast.
I was going to say, we'll get some stuff together, and because we're going to try to do this to where like we're getting a lot of guests on, and we're starting to put them out more frequently. And so we want to kind of do like me and Nate were talking. I think we were talking about today is basically do like a check-in and an update every so often with some of our guests that hunt a lot. Maybe get back with you here in a couple of months or a few weeks or whatever and say, how you been doing, how many you killed, whatever, and
for sure.
Just check in with you. So, but like I said, man, we really appreciate you doing this and taking your time to do this.
No problem. It was my pleasure.
And do you, if you got social media, like I said, I know Instagram is Bait Up Hawaii. Do you have the Facebook and anything else?
I do have a Facebook. I can message you my Facebook name.
Okay, and that's what we'll do. We'll put links and stuff down so that way people can check out your material on there and stuff. Because that's how we found out about you.
Yeah, I actually recently took a guy from Florida and Georgia.
Yeah.
Hunt, and he had the time of his life. But if you guys ever come to Hawaii, come to the Big Island.
Oh yeah.
Hit me up.
All right, we
Yes,
will.
sir.
Man, we appreciate it.
But-
Thank you so much.
We're gonna be doing walking if you do come.
Hey, listen,
We gotta
I'm
walk.
ready.
I'm good with it.
I'm ready. I might not can walk very far.
I won't take you high altitude.
Yeah, I was thinking to say, look, we can walk, but I might have to take a break. I'm also old too, so you got to think about that.
I got public places we can go for you.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good.
Yeah, that's more like we can drive around and what we call Hollywood hunt.
Now you're talking Hollywood style.
You said Hollywood hunt.
Hollywood hunt now, baby.
I ain't heard that.
Yeah, we call that Hollywood hunting.
Hell yeah. That's that white people shit.
You know,
High dollar
us
pay.
Hawaiians, we walk.
Yeah.
We walk our land.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, brother. Like I said, I would love to go. Without a doubt. That'd be just fucking awesome.
A trip of a lifetime.
I just got to put that out here. Our pigs are one of a kind. You see the cutters on ours.
Dude, I was looking at it earlier, all them freaking curlbacks and shit. Like, man, that's ridiculous.
Yes.
Like, I'm talking about fucking, ours are like 2 inches that's a big hog, where we live at.
Yeah.
But now the body size,
noticed.
we'll have big bodies, 300 pounds.
Right.
And, it's a big hog, but the teeth, we just don't have big teeth.
What would be the possibilities of because those pigs that have big teeth, they have Polynesian bloodline in them.
Yeah.
They're original Polynesian pigs. Like the small pigs with big teeth that you see out in the ranch, those are Polynesian pigs. They're like,
okay, so that's why they weigh 150 pounds and got 3 and 4 inch teeth. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. They're 150 pounds at the biggest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they have like big teeth, but
we got one place that we hunt. It's got small pigs and they have big teeth. That's the only place I've ever hunted like that.
Imagine if you guys could get some semen and take it up there and breed them to those pigs.
Oh, it'd be fuck.
Because
could you? No. I don't know if I would want one that big. 400 pounds with 6-inch curlbacks. Holy shit!
So right down the road from where I live, we have valleys, and there's the first valley, then the second valley. The second valley has a lot of those Polynesian pigs, but then the first valley had piggeries back in the plantation days.
Okay.
And then there was a tsunami came, so the guy let go all his domestic pigs.
Oh.
And they crossed. They crossed with the Polynesian. And now we got 200 pigs with 3-4 inch blades.
I bet that's bad.
And they're fast.
Yeah.
They're trophy.
Yeah, that's some bad dudes.
Yeah, you'll mount them on the wall, kind.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have to send me some good pictures. Send us some good videos, private videos, so we can.
I'll try and find some for sure.
Find something with some good stuff on there. We'll send you some pictures of what we got, but you're probably gonna laugh. You'll be like, "Fuck, that ain't
No way, dude. I still never catch my 300 pounder.
Okay,
I might have to come to the mainland and get one.
Well, you come to Alabama anytime.
Will do.
You can stay right with us, and we'll go. I promise. We might not even catch a pig, but we're gonna catch a good time.
For sure.
Hell yeah.
And we're gonna eat good. We might drink a cold beer and ride around. We might Hollywood hunt a little bit.
I want to get a sore stomach from laughing.
Oh, you're gonna get that shit. Yeah, you're gonna get that shit. We'll get Rodney fired up. We'll start drinking a little bit. And we'll start telling some good lies.
We'll give you some authentic moonshine.
Yeah, get some of the good moonshine.
I'm a saint. I don't drink.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been clean about 4 years since I had my first daughter.
Well, that's good, dude. That's good. Well, we wouldn't do you wrong then.
Then you would have a good time.
You'll laugh at us.
You'll be laughing at us.
Yeah, you'll be laughing at us. Be like, look at him. They're crazy.
I do smoke a lot of pot.
Yeah,
that's my
you'll have an absolutely fucking awesome time here.
Me and you could probably be best friends ever.
Oh hell, man!
Well, there's a 5-gallon bucket with another bucket inside of it right here, right now. Oh, Jimmy time.
Okay, I'll let you guys go.
All right, brother. We appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah. You guys have a good night.
You too, buddy.
We'll see
morning,
you.
whatever it is.
It's like 11 or 12, I think.
What, PM?
Yeah.
Oh, not bad.
No, it's not bad. We're fixing to leave and go hunting here in about 2 hours.
All right. Good luck.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
All right, brother. We'll see you, man.
Okay. Aloha.
All right, aloha. Oh, that was cool. That was cool. We got an original, another outlaw.
Yeah.
The Hawaiian. We got Keoki. You got some competition
for sure.
So, that's some pretty good shit right there. Cause the bird shitting. Huh?
We're finishing up that. Rodney's got us. Rodney ain't been on here in a while, so he done forgot what the hell we're doing now.
Well, figured out the bird shitting for the worms.
Why
the hog just got bigger tusk.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
I didn't know why they
that whole episode. He kept saying stuff that was just blowing my mind.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. It's cool. I would definitely want to go, but I will say this: if we ever got the opportunity to go, I'd have to say, okay, Keoki, let's roll.
Oh yeah, Keoki's
gotta have Keoki with. He's gotta take us because he's the original OG that we know, and then we all get together and go have a good time. Hey, or they can come hang out. Either way it goes, guys. We appreciate y'all listening. Let us know if we're doing this right. We don't know. We don't know what the hell we're doing. We just keep on doing it. We're just talking shit, hanging out, talking dogs, talking everything that we can do. I want to say a big shout out to all the guys that are helping make this possible. I want to shout out to all our guests. We've got a pile of them, man, and we've got a list going on. It took us a while to start getting people on, but now we got people just waiting in line. We've also got other guys that are helping. They're working with us, and dude, they're putting in the work. Hey, the Boars N Broads guys, them guys right there, they put in work. They help all we can. Uncle Pat, that son of a gun's always putting out the work. We got Rusty, Jake, Randy, all those guys. They're on our team. We got Spud down there at Animal Housing Solutions. He's a main player on our team. All these guys, they're supporting us in some form or fashion. And I don't mean like, they're not sending no thousands of dollars, but they're sending us millions of dollars worth of support. Exactly. And with a team like we're on, you can't beat us.
No.
Look, you can't. Even when it's done and it's all over with, there'll always be the history where you can tune back in later on and still hear it. One of these days I ain't gonna be here, I'm gonna be gone. So that's the only way I know we can pass this on. And so in the meantime, make sure you take everybody out that you can take them hunting. Spend some time with them. Take these youngsters out hunting. Teach them the right ways to do things. Teach them some respect. Teach them how to work. Of course, all of y'all already know that. So all you got to do is put it into effect. So that's all I got to say about that shit. Y'all just keep on tuning in and we'll keep you turned on.
That's right.
See y'all.